Here in our age style division, I'm going to go ahead and start out with entry number 77. This number 77 hog for me is one as she moves away from me. She's ever so athletic, carries a lot of width and expression, especially over that top. A really nice broody sow to start out our class. I'm going to go ahead and follow that with the number 74 hog. A hog that follows in similar in type and kind. One for me, she gets a little ever so soft, especially behind that shoulder, but a really nice entry to follow up with that number 77 hog. I'm going to follow that up with the number 76 hog, a frailer made, smaller framed hog, but a really nice entry that has a lot of shape and expression over that top. Has a really wide base and has a really nice set of feet and legs. I'm going to round out the class with the number 75 hog, a hog that just needs a little bit more shape and dimension, a hog that's probably had a few litters, one that carries really well from the ground, just a hog that I'd like to see have a little bit more shape and expression and bone density to go any higher. Here in Heat 2 of our age sow division, I'm going to go ahead and start out with entry number 78. This really, really big, broody, big-bodied hog. One that might be carrying litter right now. One that has a lot of shape and style, especially over that top. Carries a really level top out through that ham-loin junction. One that has a tremendous amount of depth of body and spring of rib and really nice feminine entry to start out our class. I'm going to follow that up with the number 79 entry, a hog that doesn't have quite the depth of body and spring of rib compared to the previous hog, but a hog that is really athletic, especially as she tracks away from you. Really nice entry to follow. I'm going to follow that with a solid black hog, the number 80 hog. This hog for me is one that's just really athletic as she goes to and from. One that has a lot of shape, especially over that top. I like to see a little bit more expression out through that ham-loin junction, but a really athletic, deep-bodied hog to go third. I'm going to round out the class with the number 81 hog, a smaller frame, smaller appearing hog that just needs a little bit more time to age and develop, probably the youngest entry of the class. One that has a lot of depth of body, but just needs a little bit more shape and expression, especially out through that ham to place any higher. Here in Heat 3 of our age sow division, I'm going to go ahead and start out with entry number 83, this black and orange clown hog. A really nice, deep-bodied, big-sided hog with a really level, wide top. One that has a really nice breed characteristics, especially in that head and neck, and one that has a decent amount of bone to place where she is. I'm going to follow that with the number 82 hog. The number 82 hog is a really nice, big-bodied, big-sided hog. One that is really athletic. One that might be carrying a litter right now and is really fleshy and appearing. Has a lot of breed characteristics and follows nicely to that number 83 hog. I'm going to follow up to that with the number 85 hog. The number 85 hog for me is one that doesn't have quite the length of body compared to the previous two, but a really wide topped hog that has a lot of width and expression, has a really nice head and neck carriage, one that I'd like to see a little slightly more upturned to the snout, but a really nice entry to follow third. And then round out the class with the number 84 hog, an easygoing hog to finish out this class. A really deep-sided, deep-bodied hog, one that's probably had a few litters. I'd like to see her a little bit stronger in that heart area, and especially in that front shoulder, but a really level, wide-topped hog to round out our class. In Heat 4 of our age sow division, I'm going to go ahead and start with the number 86 hog, a really big-sided, big broody hog to start the class. She's a really level-topped hog that carries that levelness from front to rear. A big bone, big wide stouted hog. Has a lot of breed characteristics in that upturn to her nose, carries those waddles, and is just carries her body ever so well. A really deep-bodied hog to start out our class. I'm going to go ahead and follow that up with our number 89 hog. The number 89 hog follows really closely for me. A wide hog from front to rear, has a lot of width and expression, especially over that top and out through that ham-loin junction. One that's laid down and had a few litters, a really nice entry to be second. I'm going to follow that up with the number 88 hog. She just fits in that third place hole really, really well for me. A more fleshy appearing hog that carries a little bit more flesh, especially in that jowl region and over that neck, head and neck. One that has a lot of breed characteristics and one that's just so level and athletic. Really nice fit for that. I'm going to round out the class with the number 87 hog. The number 87 hog for me is probably one of the frailest made hogs of the class, but one as you watch her check, she checks really well. A more athletic hog, just needs a little bit more expression to be placed any higher. Really nice entries in this Heat 4 of our division. In Heat 5 of our age style division, I'm going to go ahead and start with entry number 91, the all black appearing hog. This hog is a really athletic, big-sided, big-bodied, broody style, probably laid down and had a few litters. I really appreciate this hog for her depth of body and size and scale and how athletic she is for her age. One that's just tracks ever so well, carries a lot of depth of body and expression. I'm going to follow that with the number 90 hog, the orange appearing hog. One that follows really closely for me is a deep-bodied, really nice breed characteristic hog, one that's laid down and have some litters, and one that has a lot of muscle expression and shape, especially out through that ham. I'm going to round out the class with the number 92 hog. The number 92 hog for me is a really nice entry in the class, just one that as I watch her travel, she's not quite as level over that top, especially out through that ham. One that needs a little slightly more bone and just needs a little bit more muscle expression and shape, especially out through that rear 1/3 to go any higher. A really nice class of entries. Here for our age style champion, I'm going to go ahead and use hog number 91, the winner of Heat 5. That all black hog is a really big, broody style that's a really athletic, moving, wide-based hog. Carries a lot of muscle shape and expression, has a lot of great breed characteristics, and one that tracks so well. I'm going to follow that for reserve with the number 86, the winner of Heat 4. This orange appearing hog is one that follows in type and kind so well. One that has a lot of depth of body and spring of rib, one that is so athletic for how many litters she's probably had, a lot of breed characteristic in that front 1/3, and just such a level-topped, expressive hog to go reserve. A really nice division in our age style classes.